When he came to me, his girlfriend had dumped him and he was devastated, just destroyed. He felt unlovable, unworthy, of no value, just devastated. And so to help, I encouraged him to try to think of maybe there was some people in his life that loved him. And if he could come up with the names of those people who loved him. So he did. And he kind of surprised himself with the number of people that he recognized did love him. And of course, I threw in there, now you need to add to the list, me and Jesus. We love you too. I don't know if it helped ease the pain, but I hoped it helped him to recognize that just because he no longer had the validation of another person, he was still lovable. He was still lovable. You see, the challenge is too often people look for their worth in other people. People look for their worth in other people. Well, we heard in the first reading from the prophet Jeremiah how trustworthy other people can be sometimes. I mean, what frustrated him, he's like, this is my own friends that are trying to trip me up. It's my own friends that are watching for my misstep. He felt devastated. But what I love is the prophet Jeremiah said, but my validation doesn't come from other people. My worth doesn't come from other people. My worth comes from the Lord. My worth comes from the Lord. But this reality of so many people being hurt by the rejection of others, it must be more common than we'd like to admit because they write music about it. I mean, all you have to do is turn on a country and western station for 2 minutes and you get the point of the whole thing. She dumped me. I'm destroyed. But it's even in the Christian music genre right now. I love one of the top Christian songs out there right now is Heart of God by Zach Williams. And the second verse says, whoever told you you ain't worth the fight, the cross tells us stories that'll change your mind. Whoever told you you ain't worth the fight? Whoever told you that you're not worth it, that you're not valuable, that you're not loved, and that's a lie because the cross tells another story. Who did Jesus die for? All of you, each and every one of you. He suffered and died because he loved you. He went to the cross because he wanted each and every one of you to know that you have value. You have worth. You are lovable. St. Paul put it this way in his letter to the Romans, chapter 5, verse 15. If by one person's transgression the many died, how much more did the grace of God and the gracious gift of the one person, Jesus Christ, overflow for the many? All it took was one person to bring sin into this world. I know it happened to me. I mean, I guess I was finding my worth and validation in a bishop, and boy, did that crash and burn. It hurt. I was devastated. But then I came to discover that guy doesn't define my value. He doesn't define my worth. He doesn't say who I am. The Lord does. And open myself up to his grace flowing into my life through the person of Jesus Christ, recognizing that Jesus loves me and has given me value, given me worth. And I know this. How do I know it? Jesus told me so in today's of Matthew chapter 10, verse 31. Jesus said, do not be afraid. You are worth more than many sparrows. You are worth more. You have worth. You have value. And so in our relationship with one another, recognize that there are people who are devastated. There are people who have been hurt. There are people who have been burned, who have been dumped. And we need to tell them a different message. We need to tell them of the Lord and the love that He has, to let them know what He has told us. He told us in today's Gospel of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 27, Jesus said, "What I whisper in your ear, shout from the housetops for all to hear." What does the world need to hear? In the heart of God, you are valuable. In the heart of God, you have worth. In the heart of God, you are lovable. How do we know? Jesus told me so.